All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Elliot Wilson is here with me.
Yeah.
So, Elliot, we're talking about scam stories, right? Because my true scam story came out yesterday on VH1 with Jennifer Williams. And I wanted to ask...
Executive produced by Angela Yee.
Executive produced by me. So, have you ever been scammed
I
in
was
any way?
really thinking about it. I think the last time I got burnt was like, I don't like any of the Airbnb rental type culture, like saying we're going to put this money up and the place looks like this. So I think in Martha's Vineyard, we had rented a place. And everything that they said it
wasn't.
We got there, it was like a fucking shack. It was horrible.
You can't curse, Elliot.
Sorry.
I said we didn't need to worry about Elliot cursing, and here he goes.
Sorry.
It was a shack. Okay.
It was a shack. My bad. It was a shack. Yes, I think I got burnt for a couple thousand or so.
And there's nothing you could do about that. You can't say. You can't complain.
We called the person. It was a lot of running games, and that's why I don't ever like it. My thing is about hotels and stuff. I don't like I've never had a jam in Airbnb experience type stuff.
I have actually a property on Airbnb that's amazing.
I'm sure there's no foolery there.
Oh man, I think I got scammed really when I was very, very green in this game. And so I remember getting back from being on tour, and I had made I think $8,000, right? Mm-hmm. That was all the money I had. When I tell you no money in the bank, nothing else, but that was all the money that I had, and I wanted to buy a car. And so my brother had a neighbor that actually was a car dealer. And so he was like, I'll go to the auction. I'll get you this car at the auction's price or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I was excited. So I was like, all right. He's like, I need you to give me the money up front. I gave him all my money, and he never, ever got me the car and just disappeared. Wow. And then the assistant DA called me, and they were supposed to be like investigating him because I guess he was a scammer. His name was Kennedy.
That sounds like a real scammer name right there.
Yeah, his name is Kennedy. I think he lives in Georgia now. And so that was the worst experience, but it was something that happened to me when I was in my early 20s. Yep. And so I think it was a valuable lesson for me, because it made me learn like to not ever just give somebody who I don't know like that cash. But the thing was, he had gotten cars for other people before, and it didn't seem like he was doing anything crazy. He was just, helping people get cars, and he had gotten a couple of cars for people, and he was like, I'll call you from the auction and I'll let you know what's available and we'll get you a car. And I was so thirsty to get one. All right, well, we want to hear you guys and your scam stories. I'm sure that's not the only thing that's ever happened to me, but that was the biggest one for me. And that was something that I was really like traumatized over that. Because when I tell you I worked for like on the road for 2 months and made that money, it was everything, And so I had bills. So we had to defer my student loans.
Damn.
All right, well, let's hear your stories. 800-292-5150. We're talking about times that we got scammed. Lolita, what's good? You got scammed?
Yes. Looking up cars on Craigslist. I saw a car that was listed, and they said they wanted to get rid of it because it was a family member's car that passed, and it kept reminding them too much of them, so they wanted to get rid of it.
Okay.
So at first I thought, okay, the price does sound kind of low, but with their story, they made it sound good.
Right.
So I sent in... I had to go get prepaid cards to send the money in, and they ended up telling me after I send all the money in that I need to send more money for insurance, and that's kind of what red flagged me.
Wait, so you sent prepaid cards?
Yes, so they couldn't track them.
Wow. That's wild, Elliot, right? That's because it wasn't like you sent cash or...
That's crazy.
No. Yeah, prepaid one vanilla cards from Walgreens. They were very specific about which cards to use.
Damn.
And so I sent the money in, and then they messaged me a couple of days later and said that I needed to send more money for insurance because my vehicle wasn't insured on the trailer, so it'd be a little longer before I get the car.
Right. Wow, at least at least you picked up. You picked up at that point with the insurance.
I did.
Okay.
And the crazy thing is they made it seem like I was getting the car through eBay. Like they had it sound real good.
Right.
But anyways, I had to do a police report, and I lost out on my money because they couldn't track the one vanilla card.
Right. That's slick. They did that. They said send these prepaid cards, and they probably got a bunch of people too.
They said that when I made the police report, they said that they had plenty of reports where people have been scamming them on Craigslist for for the money for them cars. So never again.
Okay. See, lesson learned.
All right.
Thank you for calling.
It is.
I'm
Thank you.
I'm
All
glad
right.
she shared that because Elliot, if you hear now if somebody's telling you prepaid cards, that's an indication.
I'm scared of credit cards, so prepaid or otherwise.
Get like a gift card. Hey, what's up now? This next caller, Elliot, wants to stay anonymous, so we're gonna call you X. Hey, X, how are you?
Yo.
So, can you pick up your phone, please?
Yeah, it's on. I'm driving right now, so the
Okay.
background might be a little loud. Yeah.
Okay, so what's your scam story? What happened?
Me and my wife, we had a lot of money. I'll just say a lot of money, enough to buy a house.
Okay.
It was more than 20 grand.
And what happened?
I said, okay, look, I'll work. We're gonna get this house. This, that, and the other. All you got to do, pay your car insurance, pay your car bill, and I got everything else. And then we're gonna wait, get our credit right, and get a house. And
Okay.
you can move from there. We ended up getting a divorce. By the time she left, she only had 18 left. And I'll say that was more than half.
Wow.
Then she ended up spending the money on this random person.
Ooh.
Instead of, we got kids, and instead of saying, hey, I'm going to break you off, I know I left the family, I help you pay something, I help the girls with some clothes, some food, something. She just went and spent the 18 grand on this guy, and this guy ended up leaving her.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Now, is that a scam, though, or is that more like she mismanaged?
It was a scam. We sat down, planned, and we said, hey, look, we set the money aside, and that's what ended up happening.
And she took it.
Run.
And so there's nothing you could do in court, right? Because I know a lot of times they look at that as like a love crime.
Yeah, and you know what? She's homeless now, so I'm...
Whoa.
Whoa, man, didn't know that was going there.
Wow.
That took a sharp
I
turn.
want to ask how that happened.
Yeah, it's that bad. I don't want to say I'm a good guy, but, I said, hey, we got all of this money. I could have said, let me pick this money up. I'm going to pay the rent, pay the bills with this money. But I'm like, hey, let's pocket this money until we get everything right. And then, bam, we're going to walk in running. But, oh, well.
All right. Man, and y'all have kids together.
I will say that it took me a year and a half to get my credit right. I had gotten her a car, co-signed for a car and everything.
Wow.
She messed my credit up by not paying the car bill on time. So that elongated me getting my house. But long story short, I finally have a house. Me and my family, me and my kids, we got a house. And we're not exactly, I don't want to say happy, but, we're dealing with what we got to deal with and moving on. It was so much trauma in between that, too.
Yeah. I'm glad you pulled it. I'm glad you managed to pull it together, though, for your family. And I do believe in karma. It definitely spins the block, and it feels like it hit her hard.
Super hard.
Yeah, sad story.
All right. Well, thank you for calling and sharing.
Hey, thank y'all. Love listening to you.